Hello. I had to reconnect. Sorry about that. And I'm 1 minute late, so I can sit and allow everybody to come in for a little bit. So sit here and just monitor the screen for a brief moment. I don't know why I get so nervous when this thing pops up. Hello, Barbara. How are you? And I'm seeing everybody that's coming in. I do totally appreciate you guys coming in. Coming in so fast here. Give you loves. Hello, everybody. Sending out loves. I'm sending out love to people that are coming in. Hello. Hi. Wave. Hey. Hi. Yeah, you guys, maybe like, I'm late. I had to redo the thing again because I wasn't on, I wasn't on my Wi-Fi. We got some rain coming in, so hopefully it'll wait till I'm done. Hello. Hello, everybody. Like Mrs. Dopfire. Hello. I think that's her. 1 more minute, and I'll start. I'm gonna have to check. I keep forgetting I gotta check my nose because I don't want to see it to be sitting up here talking about I got boogers in my nose. I'm not gonna do it in front of y'all like I did last time. Gross you guys out. Hello. I'm waving at you guys. I didn't know that this hand thing was down here. 704. Okay, so I do not feel well. As you guys can tell, majority of the time if I'm here laying down how I am and I'm trying to do the show, it's more likely I'm not feeling good. I don't know if it's MS related, so I can't go there. Might be a summer cold, or had an active week last week. Hi, let me wave my hand. Hello, guys that are coming in. It doesn't stay there. What doesn't stay there? But yeah, so if you can't tell, this show is about Myelin Sheath. Don't ask me where that word name came from, Sheath. English for me, I can't stand it. And those hand waves. Yeah, well, I'm doing mine off the computer, so it stays there, and that's so great because I can wave at people, and I can just wave to let you guys know that I see you coming in, but I can't say hello to everybody, so I'm waving. But yeah, English and stuff, no matter how good you guys say I talk, I can't stand it. But right, does anybody know and understand what myelin is? I want to see anybody is up on their multiple sclerosis. Whoa, wait. Hold on. Before you answer that question, let me go step it back a little bit. I guess I can bring a little excitement back to myself because I didn't introduce myself. This is your favorite warrior, LaRon, and you are watching. You have tuned into multiple sclerosis. You know I love saying that, right? And this is our part of the information show of the week. You guys know Fierce Friday is more on the emotional side. This is kind of the informational part of my 2 live shows. And Barbara, you say no? Can anyone help me out here and tell me what myelin is? Have you ever heard of the word myelin? Barbara says no. I mean, yeah, Barbara says no. Miss Armstrong, that's kinda right. And for you guys that are coming in, hello. Myelin is the fatty tissue that covers your nerves. That protects, it's the installation. See, look, Miss Natalie, you caught me right when I was saying it. Fatty tissue surrounding the surrounding guard that protects your nerves. Jalissa, you too. Yep. Did I say it wrong, Miss Barbara? Myelin. I say myelin. I probably don't shoot the messenger. Is this what you're doing, Miss Barbara? You're shooting me right now? Don't shoot me. But yes, it's the covering of the nerves. So the issue that our tissue is gone, basically been eaten like a mouse or a rat chewing on a cable, and you're seeing the wiring in it. That is what the sclerosis is, the damage. And so we have those sclerosises on our brain, right? So just looking into some information about that, and how, with that being done, the thing is, there's no cure. There's no way for repairing those, which hence a lot of speculations of there's no cure for multiple sclerosis. Right now, that's what we're sitting at. There's no cure for multiple sclerosis. Only thing that we can do, good evening and hello everybody that's coming in. The only thing that we can do is try to go at life in a different aspect of taking better care of ourselves, getting preventive medication if that's the route that you want to go. A lot of people do the medication. A lot of people don't do the medication. I say no one is wrong when it comes down to something that's incurable, when it's still researching being done. And if you're that person that don't mind going in and doing the trials, my hat's off to you guys, because you are subjecting yourself to these drugs or these treatments, or whichever one it is, where you're helping everybody else, and silent soldiers in a sense, because no one knows that you're going out and doing these trials. So if anyone that has done a trial before that's listening to this right now, I say thank you. Let me give you out some heartfelt love here, because the drugs that are out now wouldn't be out if it wasn't for you guys. So if I want to take a look at the bullet points that I came up with, the very first thing is research. Something that we all should do, and especially even if you're listening to me and you want to believe everything I say, hey, especially, hello guys, hello Ruth and everybody else that's coming in, especially those as your neurologist, your primary care doctor. You definitely, regardless of what they're saying, you want to research it, guys. You want to research it, okay? With your research, when you're looking through all of this research that you're going through, you also want to identify your disease, because of all these treatments, medications, and symptoms and stuff, it might mimic your diagnosis or your symptoms, but it still might not be your disease, and you get misdiagnosed And are you taking what you think are the appropriate steps to helping yourself out? And it's for the wrong type of illness, the wrong disease. And then, once you found all that out, then you want to take action. You want to try your best to figure out what is the best steps for me to either prepare myself, or you always want to prepare yourself for the worst case scenario, regardless if you want to see it or not, because you never know, it could be around the corner. Then you want to also, you want to take the actions of trying to better yourself, especially when it health-wise. So you look at the first bullet point, which I came across some weird things. Now, we always are trying things on the animals first, and then if everything goes well, testing with the animals, then we go to human trials. Then if the human trials go supposedly how they're supposed to go, with no doctoring of the information, then the FDA approves the medication to be given to us, right? So, we always messing with the little white little mouses, the ones that cute, the little pretty mouses that this is the only mouse I want. I'm tempted to paint this one white. It's the only mouse I want. I don't want no chip thing running up in my house, or even being in a cage, because I'm still scared that he might get out and get on my bed, and then he ain't gonna be a mouse no more, and he's gonna be flat, and that's the last thing I need to see. So I came across the fact that they've designed a freaking drug that can cause sclerosis to the brain, which got me sitting up here wondering, let me sit up here and look this up and see what this is. It's, you know what? I can possibly show you. Let me see if I can show you. So y'all can see exactly what I mean. This right here. This is what they feed the little mice so they can have multiple sclerosis. So I'm like, bruh, I'm wondering if some of this could be in the food. I did some researching and I didn't find anything per se in food other than it being given to a mouse, right? So still, I'm wondering if putting this in my hamburger and got me like this, wrong with these people. But hold on, guys. But yeah, so doing your research is very, very important when it comes down to having a incurable disease like MS, because I'm gonna be honest with you, 6 times out of 10 your doctor is not giving you all the information that you need to be given. Sometimes you have to dig deep and go out yourself and find that information yourself, because some doctors are playing in the money pocket. And so if I sit and I give you some information, if I tell you how to cure yourself faster than what I'm trying to do, then I'm gonna be honest with you, you're taking money out of my pocket. So that's where it's hard, and you're needing to find a doctor that you can really count on, and that's kind of hard to do in this society. And I'm knock on wood, the neurologists, all the 4 neurologists that I've had, I felt like they have my best interest, and I have had no reason not to believe anything that they say, and so I've been following them accordingly. But so doing your research is very important, and when you do your research, you're gonna see things where it's gonna blow your mind. You're going to get scared. You're going to get worried. Hell, you might even break down and cry and say, forget this, and throw the phone, throw the computer, be mad at the world, whatever the case may be. And that's when you got to get to that point and you got to get over it. Because now, since you see this, you don't want to get there, especially if you're not there already. It's a totally different issue if you're there, you know, but you don't want to get there, so you want to try not to get there. And a lot of people don't know what myelin is and what sclerosis really means. They're just used to hearing lesions. Oh, you got a lesion on your brain. The lesion is the sclerosis. It's the damaged tissue that's being that fatty tissue that's been eaten, that covering. And so you got that signal that's trying to go in and tell your arm to move and do whatever that you used to do, shoot the three and whatnot. It's not communicating anymore with your body. It's short-circuiting. You're having a misfire. That's what I call it, misfire. I don't know if anybody else has heard that or anybody else has said that to you, but it's a misfire. And I want to believe, and don't quote me on this, but I want to believe this in myself, where having that misfire, those signals are being redirected, but they don't know where to go. And the fact that we're so used to sending those signals to this direction, and we're so focusing on getting it to that direction, it makes it even hard. And I came across this website that has about 27 different things that you can possibly do that might help with the repairing of your myelin, right? So, after you do your research and you're looking over a lot of stuff and you figure out, okay, this is what's going on. Well, Miss Sydney, let me see what Miss Sydney said right quick. Miss Sydney says, before you get your neurologist to do a check of them, have had sunset 2005 and them. Before you get your neurologist to do a check of them, have had sunset 2005, and this is my third one. You lost me, Miss Sydney. Sorry. I've had MS since 2005. Oh, okay, I got you. You've had MS since 2005, and this is your third one. I got it. And the only reason why I've had 3 is because I've had to move. Like I was saying, guys, I have low connection with my Wi-Fi, so it just popped up. If you lose me, I do apologize. But it just so happened that I actually have 4. All 4 of mine has been great, with the exception of 1. He was kind of like borderline, and so that's why I changed. But what I was finna say. Give me 1 second, guys. I lost what I was finna pull up here, and just saying hey to everybody that's coming in, the new people that are coming in. We're talking about Myelin Sheath and researching. I know what I was saying. I didn't since you've identified or a lot of diseases and illnesses and behaviors have been identified with your myelin being damaged. And guys, I want you to listen to this. I'm going to put this website in the comments, but I'm gonna read off. I am going to read off some of these behaviors or I guess that's how you would say it, but they're chalking it up as being a disease. So let me post this in here. Donna has had 2. Jalissa has 4 in 25 years. Man, I have 4 within. I've had 4 like within And again, it mine's because I moved. I had 4 within a matter of probably 6 years. That sounds bad, but it's because I moved. All right, so that's the website that I'm about to talk about here. Waiting for it to come up. All right, so this website has something to say: 27 proven ways to promote the regeneration of myelin. So I'm just reading on it. And basically, you know, like a lot of you guys are saying, it's the fatty substance that wraps around the end of many of your nerve cells. So, it seems like it's a record on on 4 so far. People having 4 neurologists. So I'm reading on this page, and then I get down, and it says multiple sclerosis is one of the most common demyelinating conditions. That's condition, that's the word for it. But a number of neurological and I know this word, right? But it's not coming out. Psychiatric. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Let me put this word in here. It won't come out right. It's CH. CH is not doing right for me. But that's the word that I'm trying to say, right? Illnesses have been linked to demyelination, including, this is the first one, attention deficit disorder. Now, these conditions have shown up in people with issues that their myelin has been damaged. Okay, again, attention deficit disorder, depression. You know what I'm gonna do? This probably be better for me so that you guys, because you might not understand what I'm saying. This is the very first one. Attention deficit disorder. Okay. The second one, depression. Yep, ADDDD, adult at that. The third one, bipolar disorder. Yes. You're so right, Miss Sydney. Dyslexia, which my mom feels like that's what's wrong with me. I think I've gotten a little taste of that, especially this one too. The language disorder, which the doctor tells you with MS that you can have language issues. I found myself being caught doing this at numerous times in my life, especially when I was young. Stuttering. That's those misfiring. Then you have this. This was threw me off. I'm like, man, a lot of people suffer. Well, not a lot of people. Well, yeah, a lot of people, kids especially, suffer with this. Autism. This one, a lot of people don't want to claim. OCD. And all this that I'm putting down, guys, you can get on this website. You know, with me just talking about it. Why is that? Why am I able to click on that like that? And still, why am I able to click on that right? I don't want to click on you like that. You're the only one to have a link. You suck. All right. Then you have this one. This is something that a lot of us have an issue with. Cognitive decline. Well, I don't know about y'all. I've had this issue. I've had that issue before. I have a lot of this. It seems to be on my mom's side of the family, maybe. Alzheimer's. And hello, guys. The everybody has come in that hasn't been in here. Then you got Tourette's. Almost done, guys. We only got 2 more here. Then we got schizophrenia. Then you got tone deficit. And this is the one that made me laugh. I'm like, I didn't think it seems like I'm reading your mind, Jessica. This is the one, and they put it last. Like, for me, they put it last for a reason, because I never thought that your myelin being damaged would cause something such a disorder, a condition like this. Pathological liar. I never thought. I'm like, what the world? Are you serious? Wow. Is that why people lie? A lot. Extremely. Because so this right here, I'm like, dang. I feel personally everybody has a disability already, and a lot of it is mental versus physical. And who to say that dang somebody ain't sitting up here putting some of that dang on mouth stuff in our food and stuff? No, man. All these lying people out in the world. And I'm not taking myself out the equation. I don't lie a couple of times myself. I think everybody's lied at some time, especially when they were kids. T. Perkins say your husband must have that. My mom said the same thing. So, but it is a great website, right? So it gives you 27 things that you can possibly do, and one of the biggest one that I just want to talk about a little bit of, and that brings us over into the into the taking action part, is deep sleep. Having that deep sleep. I was just talking to Jalissa about this. When we go to sleep, majority of the time, what we're doing, the TV's still on, our phone is right there. So every time we hear that ding, or like how she was talking about, you hear that show on TV and a particular show comes on and you be like, dang, that's that show I wanted to watch the other day and I missed it. And I know I'm supposed to go to sleep and I know I'm supposed to be going to work in 2 hours. But I gotta watch this show, and then when work come, you're like, oh, I'm so hurt and I'm so droggy and all this. Robin, what you mean? What's that? Sydney, when you don't want to take medication for depression, you don't have to take the let me say this. Yeah, but it just really depends on what the medication is, because if you look at the side effects of depression medication, what is the main side effect in a depression medication? Might cause severe depression. So what the heck am I taking it for? So you have to be real careful. Careful. You have to be real. You have to be real careful. I don't know what's going on with my speech, but you have to be real careful about what you do when it comes down to taking all these drugs, man. They cause suicidal thoughts and all these things. Miss Walker, I'm always funny. Darn it, I gotta laugh at myself. Depression is real. You have to understand that it comes with MS. And yes, you are totally correct. It does come with MS. It comes with everything. It comes with everyday life. That's what we don't understand. In society, in the world, it comes with everyday living. You don't have to have MS. What happens with depression when you have MS, it gets huge. It becomes bigger. You want to know why? And if anyone doesn't know the main reason why depression becomes an issue with MS, let me say, don't beat me or say you're wrong, because I'm just going off of my experience when I say this. I feel that MS doesn't bring on depression per se. We bring on depression more than MS does. And the reason why I say that is because MS sits, and yeah, when I say it like this, it does make sense that it takes it, but still, you have control over the fact that if you're going to be mad because you can't play the instrument anymore, the instrument that you played 25 years, the instrument that you love, the instrument that you grew up with, the instrument that you had ever since you were a child, the instrument that you performed, the instrument that got you to the point that you are loved, and MS has taken your hands away from you. You can't move your hands. You can't play that instrument. So now you're angry. Now you're depressed because you're sad. That happens. It is going to happen. No one should knock that. No one should tell you not to sit and be depressed. But at some point, at some time in your life, you have to realize, you have to sit and say, until I can get those fingers back, because it's a chance that I might not get my fingers moving to where I can play that instrument anymore. But until I get that back, I'm just going to put it in the back burner for right now. It's going to sit there, and it's going to be there for just in case something comes around that helps me to get to that point. I'm going to find something else that's going to make my day, that's going to make me happy. Not trying to just throw that dream out of the window that's gotten me to where I used to be. Now I have to be at a different place. Now I got to be somebody else. That somebody else just might be the best person that you've ever been in your entire life. And that's what we are taking away from ourselves, guys. A lot of us don't look at it like that. But we're so hung up on that past life. And sometimes that past life might not have been as so extravagant as we're trying to make it out to be. And even though you might be in a wheelchair right now, even though you might be pimping with a cane, chilling, being sexy with a walker, this might be the best years in your life if you allow it to be. We're not allowing it to be. And who wants to be in pain? Who wants to be sitting where I am right now, not knowing exactly what's wrong with me, not knowing exactly if this is MS is bothering me, or is it the 6 screws in my lower back, the 2 that are broke, not saying, you know, lower back pain, legs on fire at night when you go to sleep. You know, who wants to do that? Matter of fact, news last night, 11 o'clock news, a homeless man got 19,000 likes on Facebook or Instagram. It might have been Twitter, because this girl turned 35 years old and she just felt the need to do something special for someone. And she just so happened to go past a homeless person and say, "Hey, are you hungry?" And went and got him something from McDonald's. And he sung for her. He was happy. But she recorded it. And it got him 19 likes. And so everybody's trying to find this homeless man. And when the news located him, this man is sleeping up under the bridge. In his bag, he only has a pillow and some cover. And I don't even know if it's a sheet. It might be a blanket. A pillow, a blanket, in a bag. He used to sing, but he just couldn't make that break because of him doing something crazy. He got locked up. After he got locked up, halfway house, got him a little low-income housing. But when the flood came in one of those areas in Houston, came in, took his house out, now he stays up under the bridge. But what amazed me was the news anchor said, "Why are you in such high hopes and you only have 3 items to your name?" What his answer was, "There's somebody out there in the world worse off than I am. So why not be happy? Because I'm in a better place." I like to cry. Do you guys not know that even though and again, it goes right back to part of why I do what I'm doing, because I know there are people out worse than I am. There are people out there that needs to hear hope, because hope is out there. There is something that's coming. That is relief that is coming. As a matter of fact, just believing and then having some type of hope is a relief in its sense. So if I can give someone hope, relief, why not? Why am I going to sit and be in a corner worried about my pain? Not saying anything about nobody else, but what I'm trying to explain and express is sit and think about somebody else being worse off than you are. It's a lot of you guys worse off than I am. Worse off than I've ever been. Why am I crying? Why am I going to cry? Because I can't play basketball? Why? Because I can't work? If anything that I'm crying about, if I would cry, is because of the fact that the people that supposed to be in my corner wasn't in my corner because they said that they were supposed to be in my corner. And, you know, that stuff happens. But, you know, at that point, you know, back then, it was a cryable issue, I felt. But now, you know, you tell them, kiss my booty. Don't tell them that. That's not good. You don't do that. I said it for you. I just said it. So don't you do that. Bad habits, LaRon. Bad habits. You're teaching folks bad things. I'm sorry to get sidetracked. But, so, taking that action, right? Deep sleep. Sleep helps repair a lot of things that's going on with us. And I can sit up here and say, hey, I am a bad person when it comes down to things comes up in my head 12 o'clock at night, and it wakes me up, like me writing a song, or me making a shirt, or me coming up with an idea of a topic, like, ooh, that's good, ooh, that's juicy. Then I get up and I don't sit up here, and that thing I turn around, it's 4 o'clock, and I'm like, dang, I gotta get up. We have to, and not only going to sleep, is going to sleep at the same time on a regular basis. It's putting yourself on a routine. It is so hard to be on a routine. So, like, just to give you a little bullet points on the deep sleep, it says it's good to expose your eyes to sunlight in the morning. But turning off. Oh, okay. Going to bed at the same time every night. Don't eat for 3 hours before bed. Completely black out room with curtains and wear sleep mask. So anybody that's doing that, kudos. Oops. Let me go back to these comments. I see a lot of you guys. I was going on that little rant and such and stuff, and so let me go back here. Yeah, it is. It is, Carrie. Someone is far worse. Some people are just far, and so I can't sit by for some reason. Is something in me. Hold on, guys. Miss Stephanie would like to come up. Let's see, Miss Stephanie. Hold on, I'm looking for you, Miss Stephanie. And guys, when you want to come up, you got to make sure your phone is turned. But every bit of me, I can't. It's hard for me to turn away. Stephanie, were you trying to come up? If not, I apologize for hitting you. I thought it showed that you wanted to come up. But you guys have to turn your phone if you're wanting to, because I have my phone the long way and stuff. So in order for you to come up, right? Son pressed the wrong button. Bad son. Your son must have knew that your son wanted you to come up, Miss Stephanie. That's what it was. He knew in his head that mom was thinking about coming up and talking, so he pressed it for you. But you know, it's just like right now, you know, look at me, I look rough, right? You know, I know you guys. I don't know if you see me looking worse than this. Oh hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. Sorry guys, my text me. I'm so sorry. It was kind of important. Oh my God. Darn, spell check. I did not say that. Okay. So, you're battling upper respiratory. You know what? That's a issue where live in the Bahamas. Jesus, Eldridge. God, to be more careful. I bet you the beach look good from the window. Cause that's what I would be like, oh my, I'll be that person on the window of like, it's so pretty beach. But I couldn't go out there, man. You would like to talk about that, Stephanie? I would love to have you on talking about that. Would you like to be on one day and talking about that? That would be something that would be great to be on a Friday show when we talk about um family and emotions and stuff. But so that action thing, dang it. And got in hiding here with these lights. Sleep was one of them. Vitamin C helps with the myelin. Zinc. And they sat up here and showed a picture of a freaking oyster. I can't stand oysters. They look ah. Then they say cholesterol. There's nothing wrong with a little cholesterol. Cholesterol, saturated fat, beef liver. A lot of folks don't like liver, like I don't like oysters. Oxygen therapy, Jalissa, iron, which you are low on. A lot of us is low on iron because we what's that, anemic? I was actually going to do that this Friday, guys. Not it doesn't have to do with just spouses altogether, just partners, period. Me and Jalissa was talking about that and how crazy that is. And so I was going to say that at the end of the show that this upcoming Friday, was going to talk about how your surrounding people um, can accept the new you, and you're trying to accept the new you yourself and make a better you with the new you. And I look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But do a couple of things, say a couple of more things here, then I'm gonna see if anybody wants to come up. Uh, this one here, 18 out of the 27. Learn or experience something new. You can also generate new myelin by learning something new and exposing yourself to novel life experiences. For example, one report showed that learning a new instrument leads to increased myelin in areas of the brain involved with musical performance. The researchers explained that myelin increased proportionately to the number of hours each person had practiced the instrument. So the most you practice and try to learn something, the more myelin you generate. So experiencing something new, it doesn't have to be an instrument. It's just something, period. And that's why I've been saying, hey, like knitting, do you know how hard it is to knit? So if you sit up here and you master knitting, somewhere in there you have a portion in your head that's in your brain that involves knitting performance. And I'm not being funny, but I'm being funny, but serious at the same time. It's a creativity. Everybody has a creative part of them, and it's something in there that helps them be creative. We just gotta just you finding it and stop being stuck on what you used to be, man. This is a new person. This is a new you. You don't have access to all the things that you can do or used to do, so make use of what you can. And let me say this. You know what? When I couldn't see out one eye, I was trying to be the best one-eye pirate I could be. Me and my family at the time, that's what I used to be called a pirate. I used to go around the house saying "arr" all the time. Arr. You got to make light of some of the things that are going on, or you're gonna die. MS is really not the killer of people. MS complicates things, and in the complication, that's when we just perish. And a lot of it can come from us just letting go and saying, I can't deal with this anymore because I'm not myself. Another thing that me and Ms. Jalissa hit on, what if it wasn't MS? What if it was cancer? You know, people got bad what? Skin disorder. So the fact that they can't come out of the house because you have like a little rash right here that's big, and people can't just accept the fact that, oh, dang, hey, they might have a skin disorder. If you want to know, hell, go up there and ask them. Don't sit up here and be judging folks and talking about, oh, man, they're contagious. Which that's the most funniest thing, because that's how folks act with MS, act like it's contagious. But yeah, experiencing something new, exercise. Even if even if you're in the bed and you're kicking up your leg, and you have do a couple of reps of leg kicking and stuff like that. You might not be able to go to the gym. Get on the floor, roll if you can. Do a couple of reps of rolling, something, get that body pumping. You know, this was talking about some sprinting, heavy lifting. They say heavy lift weights 1 to 4 times per week. Now, if you can't lift 5 pounds, then 5 pounds is heavy weight for you. High intensity sprinting. Some of us can't sit and run. So, I'm going to be honest with you. Still, in your head, position yourself in your motorized chair, your wheelchair, lock yourself down or whatever. Think about that. Still move your legs in your head. Picture it. You get what I'm saying? Still try to move, even though they're not moving. Still sit and tell your brain, move your legs. Move your legs. Because do you not know that's what they do in therapy? They ask you, try to move your feet. Try to move your legs. Make that an exercise. Your muscle, your brain is a muscle. Retrain it. Just food for thought. The biggest one, and I'm finna leave that alone. And, if anybody wants to come up, I'm gonna let them come up. And I've come across this so much. Testosterone. This person that wrote this article here on his website, or was talking about whatever this is on his website, and I'm going to post this again in the comments, because there's been a couple of comments that's testosterone. Testosterone. When I lived in What he said? Confusion. Oh, well, Moldy. When he lived in a moldy home, suffered for multiple concussions and was placed on antidepressants, his testosterone plummeted. No conventional doctor tests for his testosterone because they assumed every man in his 20s would have healthy levels, but they were wrong. Eventually, he saw a functional medicine doctor and he found out that he had the testosterone level of an old man. He was put on testosterone replacement therapy for almost 1 year to get his levels back to normal. And over that time, he saw a huge increase in brain and mental health. And I've seen that a lot with me doing a lot of the research that I've been doing on MS, especially when it comes down to men. A lot of men have been supposedly diagnosed because the lower level of testosterone. So I haven't gone down. That's something that I'm actually going to ask my doctor, my primary care doctor, when I go next time I go in. To test my levels and see where my levels are. And so, and I would let you guys, I would keep you guys in the loop with that. But that was kind of weird, you know. It's kind of funny. Scarce. And we all know vitamin D. We need vitamin D, but I can't go out in the sun, so you got to go get the vitamin D supplements or whatever and stuff like that. But before I go, does anyone would like to come up for a split second or two? We got a couple of minutes left that wanted to talk about how they benefit on trying to research, how they've identified their disease, and how they've taken action, and they're continuing on taking action and trying to make themselves better. And hold on, I have two people here that are wanting to come up. Crap. Hey, it disappeared on me. Who was wanting to come up? I had actually two people. Robin, did you want to come up, Miss Robin? If Miss Robin wants to come up, Mario, let me do Miss Robin. Miss Robin hasn't been up before. I had like two volunteers. And it disappeared on me. But yeah, again, so let's go back on the bullet points. If any one of you guys still wanted to come up, let me know before I close out. Our bullet points was doing research, identifying your disease, because it just might have, MS just might not be what you actually got, and you're sitting up here taking a treatment for a diagnosis that you might not have. And when you find out what's going on, then you want to take action. And so those were the three bullet points that we hit on. Hopefully some of the information that I gave you guys, that website is great. The 27 things that it mentioned are very interesting and possibly doable for any one of you guys. So the thing about this link, I had to post it in the comment. I can't put it on the actual post itself because sharing the post. And okay, Mr. Mario. I'm sharing the post and I can't do it. All right, Mr. Eldritch. We're gonna be waiting for you on Friday, sir. But hey Mario.
What's going on, man?
Oh man. Do you want the long part or the short version?
I want the short version. No, you
I'm
give me
hurting.
both. Give me both at the same time.
I'm hurting. That's all. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I just want to enlighten. Enlighten. Give my part on your topic today. It's just simple. It's not simple, but for those that really want to embrace this disease, this unwanted guest named MS into their life, my encouraging words is just keep living, accept it. I went out. My brother and wife surprised me this weekend, and so we have went out played darts. I ain't
Uh-huh.
played darts in a long time, and so of course it was in a club. And when you on a walk, but you are the center of attraction. You the movie
Yeah.
star of the moment, right? So everybody watching me, and so when the club ended, the words that was coming to me, you sitting up there, you playing darts, and I said life still goes on.
Yeah.
You know, I I I don't stop doing what I enjoy to do. I'm going to get out and do what everybody else do. I just have to find a different way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I have a question for you. I experienced something this weekend, man.
Yes.
I was in, I was intoxicated.
Uh-huh.
I was enjoying my birthday. I got intoxicated, and I find myself being able to stand without holding on to anything.
When you
And
was
I told
when you
I was intoxicated, and I was able to stand throwing the darts without holding on to anything. And my brother, and my wife they were saying, do you realize you were standing up throwing them darts and you wasn't holding on to nothing and you was stable? I said, I realized that, but I didn't say nothing. So I have a question now. Um, this is not for everybody, but this is for me. I noticed that, and I'm not a drinker. I don't drink often like that, but for just cause we was out enjoying ourselves, I was drinking, and I found myself was able to really hold myself together while I'm shooting darts and keep my balance.
you want to know, um, the funny thing about that is, think about it. And I don't know, might make sense or not, and it could be wrong. But if you think about it in a sense of what happens when you have an accident and the driver that caused the accident was a drunk driver, and the people that were not intoxicated either died or were severely injured, and you turn
Okay.
around and this person that was severely intoxicated walked out of the accident with no scratches, well, maybe a couple of scratches, but that's about it. And
Right.
what I've heard and I've even seen online and read up, and I can even tell with my dad being a drinker, you're loose and you're not thinking, you're not tense, you're not focusing on.
I just, I got you. I got to know where you're going. But when I say intoxicated, I don't even drink like that. I had one drink, and it wasn't even a whole drink. It was just a half a drink. I was feeling good. I
Yeah.
wasn't drunk. I
Well,
wasn't
no.
drunk. I wasn't tipsy or none of that. But my thing is, that I have since I've been having MS, I have a limit when it comes to everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and And I know my limit when I'm there at that point. I just want to feel good. I know it's a cutoff. Okay, but I wasn't sloppy drunk. I wasn't, like I said, I had a couple sips of a drink, and and just that little couple sips that I had me functioning where I have dropped feet. Even when I'm walking, even when I was walking, I'm walking down the street with them, and I'm able to and when I'm walking, I have to always tell my feet to pick itself up.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I have this notion where I didn't have to tell myself to pick my feet up. I'm literally just picking my feet up and I'm just walking, but I'm taking it slow, and I'm always conscious how I'm doing things. And I
Mm-hmm.
was very conscious at that present time. And I'm just sitting up there and I'm like, how in the heck I'm up here and I'm walking and I'm not scraping my feet on the ground or anything of that nature. And so and when we got back to the hotel, we was sitting around, we was talking about, I said, I'm finna look into this. I'm finna find out what I really want to find out and research. There's a part of our mind or something that needs to be awakened. The sheath, our Myelin sheath, the signals is misfunctioning. But it was something about what I did that night had everything.
Mario, you might have a bad signal. Might have lost Mr. Mario. And what I was finna say, not saying that Mario was drunk or anything, or not saying that you have to get drunk, but I was about to. What I was just finna say was not saying you getting like a sloppy drunk or you were a sloppy drunk, or just the fact that even with someone possibly taking a whiff of a weed or whatnot, and just not smoking a whole blunt, or maybe not even that, but just getting that high off of an enjoyment of something, and like you were just saying, it awakening something in you where you're not, and I could be wrong with how I'm thinking, where you're not focusing on that your drop foot. Maybe not.
Well, like I say, man, when I say I'm very conscious
Uh-huh.
of my daily movement, of my daily decisions that I make. I was well conscious then because I have to. One of my reasons is, especially when I'm out in public and I'm drinking water, you got to be very conscious where the closest bathroom is, such that, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I don't drink a lot when I'm out in public.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I had a couple sips of it, and like I said, it was something about me having a couple sips of that drink that night that it appears to wake up something, to whereas I was like, had the ability that I normally wouldn't have if I wasn't either smoking hitting a marijuana or drinking, because when I found out in the past when I was drinking, it took away from me more than it gave me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, now I'm to the point where I don't even like the psychedelic form of being intoxicated or high. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's off of pain pills or whatever it is.
So what you think?
I don't know. After and I've been contemplating on it all since. I've been contemplating on it. It was like, and it's funny you having this conversation about it today. And it was like I was contemplating on, like, I'm going to find out. I really want to research and find out what that is.
Yeah.
Because even when I hear a certain strands of marijuana, medical marijuana, it also give me feeling back in my feet. It also give me the notion to walk and put my vertigo back to where it's supposed to be and all of that nature. It's just a form of the psychedelic form of being high. I really don't care about being high.
Well, that's what I was actually. You said what I was trying to say, and I guess it came out wrong. But yeah, that would be something good to try to research on, because there are different levels and some things.
Even when I experimented tasting the wax, the THC wax. Oh my God, it's like it gives a whole lot back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't have me zooted, blowed, or high of that, anything of that. But it gives a whole lot of feeling back to me. You see me driving, man.
Yeah.
That's
what I was finna tell you, man. You know, I'm proud of you, and the fact that you was talking about, you know, bringing the sexy back, being a model. I'm behind you with that.
But you know what? I did that. You know, it's because it's like I look at a lot of MSers that's coming into the game at an early, you know, right now. And at the time when I came into it, we didn't have all this technology. We didn't have all this motivation that we have to give one another through Facebook, social media. And it's like life goes on. What we wasn't able to, what we thought, because I have always wanted to be a model. And when MSA came in, it kind of like put a hold on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of shied away from it for a minute. And then, so I was thinking about, you know what? It don't stop nothing.
Nope.
It don't. I'm just going to get back in. My oldest daughter actually encouraged me to do it. And I've been getting it so much. So I said, I'm going to start back doing it. You know, one thing about MS, once we embrace that we live with this monster or this unwanted guest called MS, we got to find a way to get back into living our lives. It don't end, it just begin. A new phase of our life has just been recreated.
Yep.
You know, and I understand where everybody either where they at, what they struggling with the phase of depression and oh my God, what am I going to do now? I am not knocking it out of the box. I've been there, but I had to go there to get to the point to where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
In order for us to get to, like, we got to travel through darkness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I done traveled through my darkness. I done been in my wilderness, and God done brought me out of my wilderness to reach back out and to help those that's right now in their darkness and their wilderness. They don't have to stay there.
Exactly. Well, Mario, this thing here is hitting up to almost an hour and a minute.
Man, why you always on time? Why? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do Facebook put you on time?
Do Facebook put me on time?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because, like, you know, you only have a short, like an hour to do your
Oh, no. I actually try to put myself on that because when, with me doing it at 7, and like I got to get up in the morning at 6. And
okay.
Your
regular schedule. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah. Because I would probably stay on, especially with talking, you know, like how we're talking now. You know, I don't personally mind staying on a little bit longer, but yeah, I done had to make me a calendar, man.
You gonna make a calendar?
No, I have. I am on a calendar.
Now, but I do want to encourage all those that's out there listening, that's struggling with themselves with this disease. I understand it. I was there, but just because we don't see the light ahead, doesn't mean that the light is not there. That's all I got to share with you.
Exactly. And I appreciate that, and I don't know if anybody else does. And I think that with people like-minded are out there, and it's just sometimes they need people like ourselves just to sit and come out like how we're coming out and saying it's okay to do that, because you're going to have those folks that their job is to be in the background, or they're doing something personally versus doing what we are doing, like how we're talking online. And I totally understand that. And so, but yeah, no, Facebook don't put me on time, man. I would probably, I would probably be up here like 2-3 hours if it was really, really up to me.
Man, like I tell people all the time, 23 years, if you would have asked me what I would have saw myself 23 years later, the place that I'm in right now, I wouldn't have told you this. I told my wife at the time, she was my friend. I was like, I thought I was going to be stiff somewhere in a nursing home, some doggone where, just stiff as a cardboard box.
Yeah.
But if you would have asked me 23 years ago, did I see me being in the place that I am right now in my life, I would have told you hell no. No. I wouldn't have, because man, I wouldn't have. But I don't like telling people that God put us through this here for a reason, because it was many more of us there before we got diagnosed with this disease. Just so happened life threw a curveball and we didn't caught it. So we caught the ball, so let's play this game.
Yeah.
And this game of life is, I'm in it to win it. I'm not playing this. I played it to win it. I didn't play to lose. I feel like if I played it to lose, like once again, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I promise you I would. And it took
Jalissa talked about that. If you sit and you start settling for everything that's coming at you in a bad angle, and a bad point, and you let it soak in without any type of optimistic view of it, or even try to put in your mind that, okay, I have to fight at some point. All the medication is not going to just do it itself. It still does. It lies on this part here. You got to have some form of heart in it, some form of drive, some form of push. And if you don't, regardless of the medication, you still go to the wayside.
I told you before, I got down on my knees. I went outside. I got on my knees. And I cried. When I say I cried out, I hollered out. I cried out and I hollered out to God. And we had a discussion. I let him know. He had to show me. I asked God to show me how to deal with this. Because what caused me to do that is I was driving, and in the midst of me driving, forgot where I was going. That kind of put a scare on me.
Mm-hmm.
But I went outside and I tarried. I called out to the spirits. I called out to every existing life on the other side of the spiritual world. Y'all have to show me what to do. I said, and man, but just going from believing in God's word and knowing God's word, and actually finding your way to best do how you can and living in God's word, man, you can't go wrong.
Okay.
I regained a whole lot. I regained a hell of a whole lot. And That's why I tell people don't understand. I thank God for MS. They be like, how you thank God for MS? I do. I mean, it takes you to a whole nother entity and a whole nother dimension of life that you really, really have to want to tap into that to understand how to operate in it. It's one thing of knowing God's word, reading God's word, but if you don't know how to operate in God's word and what you read, it's just like the blind leading the blind.
I can agree with that. I had to go there myself. That's the only reason why I'm at it's the only reason why I'm at where I'm at now. I actually had to go there twice. This is my second time being there. You know, first time I went there, I was on board, and then I allowed stuff to cloud what he was showing me, and I became in the dark again. And I had to crawl myself back through that wilderness that you were talking about, because I put myself there, and a lot of people don't understand that. And it even comes down with being mentally and physically abused. And you know, I don't want to cross any body or anything, but any bad point, that even like with the soldiers overseas that are getting captured and stuff, you know, they're being held over there, and it's years and years. Some of them don't come back, but those that come back, you know, they had to have it somewhere deep inside where they just knew there was some light. I was going to get to a light. I was going to get back home. Prisoners that have been in jail, that probably was accused for something. I'm going to get out. You know, somebody's going to find me innocent, like I am innocent. You know, so this is that same thing. You can look at MS as being that type of burden, and if you allow it to suck you, it already took something. But then if you allow it to take the whole you, then like you say, you lose. And I don't really think a lot of people understand that, how much control they do have on a lot of things. You know, we can't control the pain or whatnot, but you do have that aspect of still believing that at some point things might get better, or things are going to get better, or things can get better. You know, so
It's one scripture that I am very, very in depth with when it comes to that. And then I can't exactly remember what is it, but he said he give us authority to trample over all scorpions and cast all mountains back to the sea. And when you look into that, when you break that metaphor, when you break the allegory down, that's like, man, that's saying I got power. I got supernatural power. It's like I had to, and I kept reading that over and over again. I had to break it down. I said, that's power. That means I have supernatural powers to whereas I can cast this mountain back to the sea where it come from. I can trample over this scorpion and I can keep on moving. The worst thing I could have had, I don't, you know what, sacrifice. I'm okay with sacrificing my ability to walk like, quote unquote, the normal person. But to sacrifice that to keep this right here, I would go down with a fight to protect this jewel inside this cranium right here. Because without this here, can't none of this here operate.
Yep.
Anybody can be able to walk all they want to, but without this right here, you're not gonna be able to walk. You're not gonna be able to function. You ain't gonna be able to move, do nothing. So as long as I have this up here, and I can keep this, I'm fine. Remember what I shared with you a couple months ago. As I have nothing to do but stay true to what I conceive, and the mind, the reality is what I believe. Allow my mind to glide like John Seagull overseas, wonder one day when I be heard on when God hears me. Let them be brighter days with brighter eyes when we're able to face dramatic feeling with our child with smiles longer than black miles. Look into our eyes and tell us what you see.
More problems, the mathematic that converses our minds to be that reefer addict. Now as I lay this titty on night soak and chill, allow me a reality to manifest on the meal. As he stand tall with his white rose cheek, no longer seeking life answer while slow water run beneath his God feet. I am the man in the palm of his hand, shifting sand across the land. LaRon, I thank you. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you for being in the way and allowing God to use you. Because when I was sleeping and woke up at 4:30 this morning, he spoke to me. He said, I have not. It was more like he was saying, I have not brought you out of your darkness for no reason. And then he showed me a picture of me and my wife. And I told my wife earlier when she called me on lunch, I said, baby, you and I got to get out here. We have to talk to people, because God have not brought us through this here, and we still sitting around and we're not sitting around and we're not sharing our story. And here you come today talking about the same thing that God showed me and told me this morning when he woke me up. I thank you for stepping in the way and allowing him to use you. You on point. You're doing what you need to be doing. It is what it is, man.
Well, Mario,
I don't wake up. I do not wake up and plan these things. But I was at Walmart.
I don't either.
Man, I think
that's the thing. I was telling Jalissa I wasn't about to go on, but when something pushes me to go ahead and go, regardless of how I'm feeling, I go ahead and do it. But I totally appreciate that, man. I'm gonna be. I know I gotta find out what your schedule is, dude. I've already talked to Paul a little bit, and it's something that I want you to get on with. But I gotta do some more tweaking and whatnot and looking into it, and we're gonna get together on that. And so I appreciate you coming on, bro.
I'm here, man. I'm here for you.
All right, dude. Love you, man.
Love you, man. Love you too, brother.
All right.
All right, you be good.
Try not to cry. Y'all be giving me all these tears and stuff in my eyes, man. Try not to be a little baby on here, but let me go ahead and go, because like I say, I definitely got to get up in the morning. It was meant for me to, I guess it was meant for me to hear that. Because every once in a while, I'm not going to lie, I can get a little discouraged on what I'm doing. But if you're watching this on YouTube, guys, you're going to have that subscribe button right there in that corner. And then you have that little button down here. That's that playing the previous episode. And even though this episode is a little bit long, if you didn't see all of it, please rewind it, because there's some great information, not only on top of what Mr. Mario said in general, but very, very, very enlightening episode. Another thing, what I was talking about the links that I post, I can only do it in the comments, because I'm sharing this post and a lot of the groups don't like links. So if you would like to, if you can't remember them in the comments tomorrow, this will be uploaded on the YouTube channel, which you need to go to and subscribe to. I'm telling you, because I'm going to be doing some things on ICanBeatMS YouTube channel that you can't see on Facebook, and you gotta subscribe and you gotta add the little notation thing so that you can see what I'm doing. Or also you can go by ICanBeatMS.com and check out the vlogs, where I have both first, second, and now going third season of live up there. There are some great shows that you guys missed. So with that being said, I need to get off. I love you guys always. J'aime. Love you in French. Peace.